Hey, yo, check it. Hey, yo, fam, what is up? We're going to be looking at AMC GME, also looking at Bitcoin cryptocurrency, the potential flush out that we could see, what I'm looking at on the macro, micro, and talking about that. We're also looking at SPY. The next moves could shock you, data drops that you need to know, and news that you need to know as a trader and investor. Again, hit that like button and subscribe because we got you covered with all the things that you need to know as a trader and investor. Let's not waste any more of your precious time, though, and hop into charts, facts, data. Let's go. Hey, what is up, fam? You're back for another video with Datazero. In this video, looking at AMC GME, SPY, Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, stock, and crypto market. You already know what it is. If you've been following the channel, if you're new to the channel, welcome to the channel. We look at stocks, cryptos, have fun, make money. You already know what it is. Let's go ahead and lock in. This video is not financial advice, should not be taken as such. Please do your own research and due diligence before buying any stock or crypto asset. And if you want to help the channel, like, subscribe, leave a comment down below, and share. Now, with all that YouTuber stuff out the way, let's go ahead and hop into the details and show you what's going on for tomorrow. So tomorrow we're going to be moving closing into the end of the week, of course, Thursday and Friday. Friday is one of the most manipulated days, so we'll be heading into that shortly. Thursday, we do have a data drop that could affect SPY, so I'm going to be talking about that in the SPY section. But as far as AMC and GME is concerned, again, we still want to focus on the fundamentals. We just had the strong earnings drop here for AMC, so this is bullish for AMC, and they want to push AMC down to try to discourage us. And that's exactly what they're trying to do right now. I told you guys they're going to attack us. 4.2 million short shares. They are using them, and they are trying to attack us. We want to see if AMC is able to pull off this potential inverse head and shoulders. If we stay above the key level of $3.20, then the inverse head and shoulders could play out, and that could play into the macro double bottom. So we don't want to lose $3.20. So that's the main goal for AMC. Right now we're at 325 support and resistance. We're above that right now. If we can continue above 325 and head back towards 336 and get above 336, that's a pretty good sign that we will be recovering if we can get above 336. So tomorrow, what I'm going to be looking for personally is to see if AMC can hold at 325, not going lower than 320, and get a bounce up towards 326. If we break and hold 326, that is very, very bullish here for AMC. Again, the short shares are relatively available right now. Unfortunately, that's just the way it is because cost to borrow is low. That's why we want to see cost to borrow go higher. So they do have liquidity right now, 4.2 million short shares, and they are utilizing but we are slowly pushing to the upside, and we did have a very robust earnings, okay? I broke this down in a summary. It came from Mumu, and it breaks it down how robust it is because we tripled on the EBITDAs. Also, 18% revenue rising year over year, and attendance 20% year over year. That's absolutely huge. So this is the right direction for AMC to go. Plus, we're upgrading fundamentals like the projectors and the seats. So this is a good movement, and we have box office hits coming out, so it's bringing people out to the movie. So I believe AMC right now is basically undervalued. And I think as far as the technicals are concerned, we're potentially going to try to get that inverse head and shoulder. Right here's your shoulder, your head. We're trying to form the second shoulder right now, but we need to push to the upside towards the key level of a 363. If we get to 363, that's where things could really start to get crazy. But right now on the micro, what we're looking for tomorrow is to hold 325, not going lower than 320, and break back above 336 if possible. If we break back above 336, which I think is a possibility because we retested it today, that is what we want to see. So this is what I'm looking at for AMC. GameStop is tracking. GameStop is tracking with my prediction. It has a little bit of a bear flag right now. You can see this macro prediction where I said it would come down, bounce, rally, and this is before we even had the bear flag, and then drop down, but then get a recovery. It did fill the gap, so this is bullish. GameStop gaps are filled. I think GameStop is bottoming, and that's why we need to break down on this bear flag and come down a little bit lower. Then you're going to see 2401. Probably around that level, maybe as low as 23.24. But once we get a bounce off of that, you're going to start moving to the upside. Resistance to the downside is 24.42. 24.01 and 23.24. So those are the resistances to the downside, and that is some of the price targets where I think GameStop's going to come. I think it is in a huge buying opportunity right now, as far as I am concerned. If you go ahead and look at GME, there is buy orders down here in those lower ranges. So there's buy orders down here in those lower ranges on some of these other time frames. You can see there's buy orders here at 24.50 here, and if we just go to a couple different time frames, you can see that there's buy orders scattered throughout different ranges. So again, it's a good buying spot in my personal opinion. Also, RSI is close to oversold and near oversold on multiple different time frames. 4 hours just coming out of that oversold territory, but daily time frame it is heading down towards that oversold territory. So I believe that GameStop's actually bottoming, and it's going to form a bottom and then make a higher high than this 34.40. It's in an overall uptrend, breaking out of a macro falling wedge. Again, a falling wedge is a bullish continuation pattern where you have a push up, a falling wedge, and then another push up continuing to the upside. Again, just an example, I'm not saying GameStop is Bitcoin, but they might buy Bitcoin, so it would help correlate with it. But you can see how we had this macro falling wedge here on Bitcoin, then we came down and then made a higher high. So this is what I'm looking at for GameStop. As far as the short term is concerned, I think we are going to see a little bit of more pullback, but that's going to lead to some recovery coming into late, probably this week. Friday might be a little bit of bearish, and then potentially next week. But I think we are starting to bottom, and GameStop should be able to start pushing up and going into an uptrend, in my personal opinion. And I believe once GameStop does that, it's going to help AMC, because then they can go up together. If AMC can pull off this inverse head and shoulders, that would be absolutely crazy. So this is what we're looking at for AMC. Again, the inverse head and shoulders is not 100% confirmed, but it is what we want to see for AMC, and I talked about that in the AMC section. So this one I'm looking at for the meme stocks. Again, we want to see AMC just hold that 323, 325, not going any lower than 320, and then push back up towards 363, and of course 336. So that's what we're looking at for AMC GME. Let's go ahead and move into SPY and show you what's going on for SPY. So SPY, there's still a ton of bearish momentum to the downside. If you go ahead and pop the alligator on, you can see that the bearishness is still showing to the downside. You can also see that we're potentially forming a macro double top here on the weekly time frame, where you have top number 1 and top 2. We are getting that red week that I told you guys we would most likely be getting, and we do have a major data drop tomorrow. Okay, GDP is coming out tomorrow, and if it comes out low like the consensus is expecting, that's showing that the macroeconomics is saying that the economy is contracting, inflation is actually going up. Our last inflation report showed that, and it's staying sticky, and unemployment is high. This is called stagflation. This is not a good economic condition, and that shows that the market shouldn't be this high. Again, bearish divergence, RSI trending down, price trending up. This is letting me know that SPY is going to flatten out, which it's in the flattening out process now, and then it's going to correct down. Key stocks like Nvidia, which just had earnings today, and again, it's down slightly here in after hours. This is going to affect the market. Again, not very impressive moves here from Nvidia's. We needed to see a recovery from Nvidia to really help the market, and that's not what we're seeing right now. Nvidia is actually struggling, and I believe Nvidia is going to be coming down, in my personal opinion. Multiple gap fills to the downside, and when Nvidia comes down, it's going to take the market with it. NASDAQ made a bear flag today, and that bear flag played out. It's been through the past couple of days. We had this drop down, then you had this bearish consolidation, which led to another drop down, which gave us a bearish day today, and I'm thinking we could see more bearishness tomorrow. Again, watch for these data drops. We have them at 8:30, so it's going to be right in the morning. We also have durable goods month over month coming out as well, right at 8:30, so be aware of that. If SPY can break above 596.80 and hold that level, you could see some bullish recovery, but I think SPY is going to be continuing to the downside when it's all said and done. I think we might come up and retest that level, but I don't think we'll be able to get much above it, and I think we're actually going to continue to the downside, breaking down out of this bear flag, in my personal opinion, coming down towards these lower levels. If we lose the key level of 590 71.09. SPY will dump, and we have a gap fill to the downside right underneath that. So be prepared, because I think SPY is topping out in my personal opinion. The macro is starting to play out, and these are all things that I said would be happening 6 months, a year ago. As I told you guys, the macro takes a year and a half, 6 months to play out, and I warned you guys that this would be happening, and it is starting to happen and come to fruition. So I am prepared for this. Me personally, I hold things like SQQQ, so if NASDAQ were to pull back, I would profit greatly off of that. Again, I'm not telling you guys what to buy or what to do, but this is just what the charts are telling me. You have to do your own research and due diligence. Also, Apple was red today. It looks like Apple might start pulling back as well. So if Apple and Nvidia pull back in conjunction, that's going to be bad. Apple's been green for the past couple of days, so really trying to hold the market up. But if Apple goes down with Nvidia, it's going to start tanking. So the Mag 7 starting to show signs of weakness. This market's built on stilts. I think we're going to see pullback. We're also getting more uncertainty with the tariffs. You guys can see that there's possible tariffs going out against the EU. I reported about this news as well. Make sure you like and subscribe to get all the breaking news and information that you need to know about stocks and crypto. But this is something you need to keep on your radar. Donald Trump might impose 25% tariffs on the EU. And they will be applied generally, and they'll target the auto sector. So just be aware. This tariff uncertainty could cause more pullbacks. We've seen what it did before, causing a big wipeout, trillions of dollars. So just be prepared. We could see a black swan come across, and things just get crazy very, very quickly. I believe we are going to see a correction to the downside, in my personal opinion. We do have a little bit of bullish divergence, though. I do want to point out RSI trending up while price is trending down. So we could see a little bit of recovery, but once we do see the recovery, and you're going to see recovery on the way down, I think it's going to lead to more downside. I think overall this week is going to be a red week, and we're going to lock in a red week as I predicted, though. And so far we are on track for locking in a red week. This is what I'm looking at for SPY in the overall stock market. Let's go ahead and move into BTC and wrap up this video. So BTC did break below the key level of 91.6K and is starting to flush to the downside. Downside targets we have for BTC are sitting at 81.7K, 78.5K, 72K, and then 53.2K. Now Bitcoin, remember, BlackRock got in around 49K. Okay, BlackRock got in around 49K. We also have multiple buy orders here around these levels. I talked about this on Bitcoin because it is forming a double top, top one, top two. That's going to drop us down to these levels down here where these buy orders are at. You can see buy orders here at 72, down to 69, and these are price targets I called out. This is on the 4-hour time frame. On the daily time frame, we have buy orders at 72 all the way down to 69, 66 down to 65, because this double top looks like it might start to play out, and it's going to bring us down. Now, Bitcoin is oversold right now. You could see bounces on the way down, but if the market crashes, I expect to flush out. Bitcoin is finite, okay? And I broke it down very, very well in the live stream. That's why you guys should check out the live stream, even if you're at work, if you can just listen or anything like that. And I truly appreciate that if you can. You don't have to comment. But I broke it down. Bitcoin is finite. There's only 21 million coins, and there will only ever be 21 million coins. You cannot print anymore. So these people have to literally make you sell the Bitcoin because they can't reverse split it. They can't print more. They have to make you sell it. So if you have some buy Bitcoin, you're buying into the 21 million coin pie, okay? The only way they can take that from you is if you sell it to them. That's why people just literally buy and hold BTC, and that's why it's going to continue to go up. That's why it's one of the best forms of holding value possible that we could have, because it's finite. And when the last coins are mined, it's going to absolutely squeeze because people are going to want to buy, but there's going to be only people holding, and the price is just going to go up and up and up and up because people aren't going to want to go back to fiat. You have to understand the whole supply and demand metrics, and that's why this technology is fundamentally better than the US dollar and hella better than fiat, ladies and gentlemen, and the US dollar, which is fiat. So once you understand all of that, you do not want to sell your BTC. They literally have to shake you out. So that's why we see these flush outs. Those flush outs are buying opportunities, in my personal opinion, based off of my research. Again, Bitcoin rainbow chart, something you can look at to get yourself a macro mindset. When in doubt, zoom out. You can see that if we drop any lower, we're going to be dropping down into the basically a fire sale. We're already dropping down into the buy section, okay? We're going to be dropping down. If we drop any lower to like 60, that's basically a fire sale. Last time I bought down there, I did very, very well because that's 27K, 15K, and it ran up to 100K, so 100 plus K. So again, if you can see it and get buys down here, that's definitely a buying zone. So again, if Bitcoin pulls back, that's a buy in my personal opinion. Me personally, I hold 50% Bitcoin and then 50% altcoins. Make sure, again, this is not financial advice, but if you do get into crypto, you want to be safe. Get yourself some Bitcoin. People say it doesn't make moves, it doesn't make money. It does. It's a long game. Buy and hold, not financial advice. And then if you want some risk, Ethereum, XRP, Cardano, ADA, XLM, but you don't want to go risky into the altcoins, especially new, because then you'll get burned and you won't like crypto anymore. So again, Bitcoin is the way to go in my personal opinion, and then altcoins, XRP. I hold XRP, ADA, Ethereum. XRP is one of my biggest holdings. Ethereum is, ADA as well, for full disclosure. But this is what I'm looking at for Bitcoin and crypto. If Bitcoin pulls back, altcoins will pull back, and because Bitcoin dominance is so high. If Bitcoin can maintain and get back above 91.6K, then we don't have to worry about this flush. But it looks like this double top is playing out, and we are going to see a pullback for BTC, which is probably a good flush out. That way we can flush out liquidity and then move to the upside. So this is what I'm looking at for Bitcoin in the overall cryptocurrency market. This was your daily outlook and prediction. If you want to support the channel, man, you can just hit the like button, subscribe. That's absolutely free. Or you can check out the merch store. I'm rocking some of the merch right now, and I appreciate anybody who rocks the merch and reps DZ fam and IRL. So truly appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for allowing this to be my job. Thank you guys for dropping gifteds on the live streams, and check out the live stream if you guys can, or the merch store, link down in the comment section below. And as always, y'all, have fun, stay safe, make money. Peace. Alright, y'all, that was the video. If you found it informative, go ahead and drop a like, press subscribe for more content like this, and I appreciate y'all if you're watching the end. So if you're watching the end, and that helps me out immensely. And as always, y'all, have fun, stay safe, make money. Peace.